What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce, and today is September 6th of 2022. Now, I just want to say real quick that this actually might be coming out on September 7th, which is tomorrow because, you know, my day is absolutely insane. It's noon, and I usually start recording this video at 8:30 in the morning, so I'm 3.5 hours behind, guys, because life is insane and life is crazy. But let's not talk about that because we're here to talk about my must-have pickups coming up for this week's new comic book day, which is tomorrow, which is September 7th of 2022. There are so many good books coming out this week. I have a huge pull list like I always do. I know my pull list is probably too big, but it is so hard for me to cut down. It's absolutely insane. But there's also a lot of one-shots coming out this week. There's some new series that are coming back that have been on a hiatus, or they're doing a second volume of a series. There's just great comic books, guys, and I'm really excited for these comic books. Let's not waste any more time. So, if you guys are new to this series right here, Must Have Pickups, we do 4 things on this video. We go over my pull list, which is the first thing. Then we go over my cover lover picks. Then we go over my almost top 5 picks. And then we wrap this video up with the most important thing. We go over my top 5 must-have pickups coming out this week. Now, these top 5 picks are very important because these are the top 5 stories that I think you guys should be reading. The actual best books coming out, you know, for what's in the guts of the books. The pretty little guts that I pick up and I dangle in front of you when I tell you, guys, read these guts because they're the best. All right, guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive into that pull list. Alright guys, the pull list this week is a big one. We have 27, that's right, 27 comics on my pull list this week, which is huge. It's big, and I'm super excited about it if you can't tell. So, from the 27 books, there are 6 new #1 series, or one-shots. So that's a lot of good new things to get excited about. And of the 27 books, I'm only not caught up on 3 of the series. And 2 of them I am so far behind on, I am just collecting to someday get caught up on. But guys, 6 new #1s, 3 series that I'm not caught up on, so that means 24 books could be in my top 5 must-have pickups list, which is absolutely insane. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and dive into my cover lover picks right now so that way we can get to that top 5 must-have pickups as soon as we can. Alright guys, there are 5 covers coming out this week that I want to show to you guys because I am really excited about the artwork that are on these covers. And the first 2 I have shown off on my comic book speculation recommendation show. And the first one up is All Out Avengers #1, the Skottie Young variant. I am a big Skottie Young fan. I think his artwork is absolutely fantastic. And this one features Blade. Blade is such an amazing character and he looks really cool on this cover because it's Skottie Young and it looks absolutely amazing. And the next cover that was on my comic book speculation recommendation show is for the Ninjettis #1. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but this book is spinning out of Jennifer Blood from Dynamite Comics, and this cover looks absolutely amazing. It's done by Ivan Tao, and it's a Comic Kingdom exclusive cover that is still available right now for just about $20. So if you guys are interested in this cover, you guys can go get it right now. Alright guys, these next 3 covers are all new to this video right here, and the first one up is for Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths #4, the David Nakayama exclusive variant that you can pick up at Unknown Comics, also at David Nakayama's website. But guys, this cover features Zatanna and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love this cover so much. There's a trade dress and Virgin. You guys can pick which one you like or maybe get the trade dress and Virgin set because this cover is just so goddamn good. And the next cover up is another Ivan Tao exclusive cover, but this one is for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #132. Now this exclusive you guys can pick up from a shop called The Comic Book Dealer. Now if you're in the United States, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more for shipping because this is coming from the UK. But guys, this book is already sold out unless you go to eBay and pay that eBay price. But guys, this cover is absolutely amazing. I love the negative space variants and I love that it's Raphael, my favorite Ninja Turtle. Now this last and final cover, I bet a lot of you guys are not gonna like, but that's okay because this is my YouTube show. And guys, this last cover is for the new champion of Shazam #2, the Dan Hip B cover, and I absolutely love this cover because I'm a big Dan Hip fan. I think his artwork is absolutely fantastic. I love all the little hidden things that he puts in his covers, and this cover is just so cool. I love it, and it is the final cover lover pick for this week, which is September 7th of 2022. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive in to the almost top 5. Alright guys, with 27 books on my pull list, there are 24 books that really could have made this top 5 list. So my almost top 5 list is a little long this week, so let's not waste any more time and dive right in. And the first book up is Mariko and Dolfo's Sweet Paprika number 12. This is the final issue of this series. It's a maxi series, and guys, this is an amazing guilty pleasure of mine. If you like the idea of romantic comedy based around angels and devils that's a little sexy, this book is for you. It was so good. And the next book up is Basilisk number 11. This is written by Colin Bunn. It's a horror series. It's from Boom Studios, and it's such a good book, guys. If you guys are not reading this, seriously, give this book a shot, especially if you like horror. Next up is Moon Knight number 15, one of the best books at Marvel right now, written by Jed MacKay, and it's an amazing series, one of my favorite to read right now, but just didn't happen to make the top 5 list. Why? Because there's so many good books down below. Next up is Dark Knights of Steel, Tales of the Three Kingdoms number 1. I believe it's a one-shot, but if it's not, and you guys know for sure, guys, let me know down in the comments. It's written by Tom Taylor and 2 other writers, not 3, 2 other writers, and so I believe it's probably going to be a couple short stories together in one book, but guys, it sounds really fun. Next up is The New Champion of Shazam number 2. Now this book sees Mary Marvel taking up the role of the Champion of Shazam, which is really cool. The first issue was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see where this series goes, but what is a bummer, this is only a 4-issue series, really short. Next up is The New Fantastic Four number 4, and this series is really fun, way better than I thought it was going to be. It is super cheesy, but guys, it's cheesy and fun, and I kind of really like it because it's the Hulk, it's Wolverine, it's Spider-Man, and it's the Ghost Rider. It's a lot of fun. Next up is Golden Rage number 2. I hyped up issue number 1 a lot because I was really excited for it. The concept of it was awesome, and issue number 1 was okay. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible either. So I'm excited to see where this series goes down the line. So Golden Rage number 2 is on the list, but it's just not on my must-have pickups. Next up is Batman Beyond number 6. This is the final issue of this series, and this series has been so good. So good. You guys have to be reading this. It's the city of Gotham. It comes alive, and it's an entity. It's a being. It's trying to take down Batman and control the city as its own. It's such a cool concept, and I really like it. Next up, in the last book on my almost top 5 is Flashpoint Beyond number 5, written by Jeff Johns, Tim Sheridan, and someone else. And guys, this book is so good. Again, the last issue left me kind of wanting a little bit. There's a great twist at the end, but it's kind of like, do we really need a blank Joker? I didn't want to spoil it for you right there in case you guys haven't read it, but guys, that's such a good series. I love that book. So let's go ahead, with all those books out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into my top 5 must-have pickups. Alright guys, the book that's in the number 5 spot is Batman number 127, written by the great Chip Zdarsky and art by the freaking amazing Jorge Jimenez. Guys, this book has been pretty good so far. The first 2 issues, I wasn't sure what this failsafe character was all about, but then I watched a review on Comic Tom 101, and they kind of explained what this character was and how it came about, and it's actually pretty cool. Now, if you guys don't know who Failsafe is a robot who was built by Batman to take him out just in case he ever crossed the line and killed someone. This robot would become active if he did and chase him down and then put an end to Batman. And that is just what happened, because Batman was in the hospital room with the Penguin, and then the Penguin committed suicide, and a nurse came in and saw Batman in the same room as Penguin was dying, and she thought that the Batman had killed the Penguin. So Failsafe was triggered. So now we have a robot that is able to take out the Batman chasing after him, and he's taking out the whole Bat family in issue number 126. It was so cool. Guys, you should be checking this series out. It's a lot of fun. And that is the number 5 book in my top 5 list. Let's go ahead and find out what book number 4 is. Alright guys, the book that's in the number 4 spot is a series that it's coming back for a second volume in Erratic Recharged number 1. Guys, I am so excited for this series to be coming back. It's about a superhero who can become a superhero for only 10 minutes a day. Imagine that, you could only be a superhero for 10 minutes a day. But what I like about this character is that he's a teenager, he has a love interest, so there's some whole rom-com stuff happening in the issue, and I just love that stuff. I eat it up. He's from a broken family, he's trying trying to deal with that. He's trying to deal with this girl that he really likes, and then he's also being a superhero. It's so good. It's written by Carrie Andrews and art by Brian Reeder. Guys, this book is a must-have pickup. It is so good. Volume number 1 is out right now. I'm sure you can pick it up in trade. You might be able to find out all the single issues online somewhere, but this is amazing. It is so good. It's from AWA Studios. It's a nice little independent. You guys can be supporting independents if you pick this up. You should do it. It's really good. All right, guys, let's find out what my number 3 is. Alright guys, sitting in the number 3 spot, which is right in the middle of my top 5 list, is Poison Ivy issue number 4. I am so excited for this issue. Now, this is written by G. Willow Wilson and art by Mircea Takara. I believe I pronounced your first name right. I probably didn't. I can never ever pronounce anyone's names correctly. But guys, you should be reading this series. It is so good. It just got picked up for another story arc, or maybe it's now an ongoing. I'm not sure if it's an ongoing or just another arc, but guys, this book is so good. We see Pamela Isley, or Poison Ivy, on a tour to destroy the world. She is planting all these spores, these fungi who come up and kill people. She is decimating towns that she goes through, but in each issue, she starts feeling her humanity come up inside of her, and she's like, do I really want to tear the world down to give the green a chance? And in the last issue, we found out that she's also dying. So she's dying, she's trying to destroy the world to save it for the green, but also she's starting to feel guilty about it. So good. G. Willow Wilson is doing such an amazing job with this book, and the art in this book is gorgeous. This is just a must-have pickup. In the covers for this book, I didn't even talk about the covers. There's been so many amazing covers for this book, and there's amazing ones for this one. I like the Jenny Frison. I like the 1 in 25. There's just so many good covers. Oh, there's the cover C done by Sozomaka. I don't know, just so many good covers. All right, guys, read Poison Ivy. Let me know down in the comments if you already are and you're as excited as I am, and if you're not, tell me if my excitement has got you now willing to read Poison Ivy, because it's so good. All right, guys, let's go find out what my number 2 book is. Now, these next 2 books, I think some of you out there are going to be like, Bruce, how did you put these 2 books in your number 1 and number 2 spot? You're absolutely crazy. There's no way these books are that good. Well, guys, I'm telling you right now, these books were that good. They surprised me so much when I read them this past weekend. I know, I read the books really late because I like to read them right before I record this video. But guys, the book that's in my number 2 spot is Sword of Azrael number 2. This book was so good. Now, this is written by Dan Waiters and art by a name I cannot pronounce, so I'm not even going to try because I don't want to embarrass myself even more than I already do every single video. But guys, the art in this book, let's start with that, was so good. It definitely had an anime type feel to it, but guys, it was so good. The action scenes were fantastic. The character designs were amazing. It was so good. I really enjoyed the artwork in this book, and Dan Waiters is doing a great job with the storytelling, and I also love the characters that he's bringing to the forefront. Now, he used Vengeance, a new character from James Tynion IV that was in the Joker series. She's back in this. It's like Bane's sister or Bane's daughter. I think that's actually what they're calling her, but she's actually a clone. That's right, a clone of Bane. So she's not even really his daughter, but I guess she kind of is. Who the hell knows? But she is such a cool character, and I like that he's using her in this series. Totally works. But there's also this other character, I can't remember off the top of my head, but she seems like she's gonna be some other character that's gonna be really cool. And in this next issue, I think all 3 are gonna fight John Paul Valley, which is of course Azrael, and then we got Vengeance, and we got this other character. So many good things happening in this series, and he's a monk now, but I don't know. There's so many fun things in this book. I loved it. It's also a Bat Family character, so I'm also gonna check it out, and I'm so glad I did because it was so good. Such a good book. I love comic books, guys. They're just such good such a good medium. I really enjoy them. All right, let's find out what my number 1 book is that I'm most excited about coming out tomorrow, or maybe it's today. Who knows when I actually get this video edited? But yeah, it's a new comic day. Let's find out what it is. Alright guys, the book that's in my number 1 spot is a little bit of a shock to me. I cannot believe it's in the number 1 spot, but after reading the first issue, I was completely surprised about how much fun I had reading this comic book. Now, did I fully grasp all the concepts probably happening in this book? Probably not, and it's really hard for me to regurgitate them back to you, but this book was super duper fun. I really enjoyed it, and I am talking about Survival Street. Issue number 2 comes out this week. It is written by James Amos and art by Jim Festanti, I believe it's how you pronounce his name. But guys, this book has Muppets that are complete badass characters, and they're totally characters from, Sesame Street and other Muppet type shows, and it's amazing. So what I remember from this book is that companies basically take over the world and they start doing terrible things to the little people, like children and things, like, they're buying up children and selling them to super duper rich people, and the Muppets come to save the kids. And it is just so good. It is just so much fun. It's really well written. The artwork is fantastic, and the story was amazing. It was so much fun. Now, I'm sure there might be some political things in there that I just completely went over my head because I'm not a political type person, but guys, the Muppets were incredible and amazing and so much fun. And the nostalgia was there because I'm thinking of, Sesame Street and other Muppet shows. So good. You guys should be giving this book a chance. It's so good. And the covers for issue number 1 and 2 were incredible. Guys, this book is a must-have pickup if there is a must-have pickup. All the books on the list this week were so good. If you picked up every single book on this list this week, you guys would have an amazing pull list. Well, in my opinion, you would. But that is the end of this list. That is the end of this video. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Guys, we made it to the end of the video. Guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for supporting Stephanie and I making these videos each and every single week. And guys, I'm going to do my best to get Stephanie back on this channel. Hopefully for the Friday videos that I've been planning, and the kids are finally back in school. So hopefully we can start to make those videos happen. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching to this point in the video. If you guys watched this far, you guys are legends. And also, guys, leave a comment down below letting me know what your top 5 comics are, what your cover lover picks are, or if there's any books that I missed this week, guys, let me know down in the comments. Also, last but not least, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notification, and smash that like button. And if you'd like to help support Stephanie and I make this channel just a wee bit bigger and better, you guys can become a channel member for just $4.99 a month, and that gets you an entry into the end of the month giveaway, which is a mystery box filled with at least $50 worth of comics. And that's my thank you to one lucky channel member at the end of every single month. And I guess I have to pull July's winner. I haven't done that yet, so I got to do that this week. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. The next 10 seconds are for my amazing channel members. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.